our next recurrence relation is T of n equals 3t n by 2 plus n. So what this says is to solve a problem of size n, we create three subproblems, each of size n by 2, and then we get a partial solution from three subproblems. To combine them to get a solution to input size n, we incur cost n. That's all it says. And three subproblems, each of size n by 2. So you have n, and you create three subproblems n by 2, n by 2, n by 2. You solve this recursively, solve this recursively, solve this recursively. You have a partial solution S1, S2, S3. And then there is a cost involved in getting a solution to this problem using S1, S2 and S3. What is that cost? That is given by f of n, which is n in this case. Now, as always, on one side the input reduction tree, this becomes n by 4, and like that it goes. After a while it reaches 1. Now what we are interested in is the computation tree, how much cost we incur at each node to combine the solution from subproblems. You may do some processing and there is a cost involved. That cost is precisely given by this function. So to combine these subproblems, to combine solution to these subproblems, we incur this much cost. So that comes at the root. And similarly, to get solution to this, we take the solution from these three, and the cost of combining is n, but when the problem size is n by 2, cost is n by 2. So this is n by 2. Similarly, you get to see the solution to this subproblem with the help of these three subproblems. Because problem size is n by 2, function says if it is n, it is n. If it is n by 2, it is n by 2. So we get n by 2 here. So we keep doing this, then it becomes n by 4, n by 4, n by 4 and so on. So which means the cost from the first level it is n, second level it is 3 times n by 2, third level there will be 9 nodes, each of them is n by 4, next level it will be 27, then n by 8, so like that it goes. And after a while we get to see problem size 1, which means the cost incurred for each of this is precisely given by t of 1. If you assume, say, t of 1 as 1, then the cost at this level, it is precisely 1. Fine. So we continue this, and last but one level, so we keep doing this. So if you look at this, this will be level 0, this will be level 1, like that it goes. And what is this level? It becomes n by 2, n by 4 and so on. What is the value of k such that n by 2 power k becomes 1 and k is log n base 2. So which means this level is log n base 2. Total number of levels is starting from this to this, so which means 1 plus log n base 2. This one can simplify. So this becomes 3 by 2 0 n. This is 3 by 2 1 n. This is 3 by 2 square times n. Like that it goes. Last but one level, it will be 3 by 2 to the power. Last but one is log n base 2 minus 1. That will be the level number times n. and at the last level, how many leaves will be there? If we follow this, you can see that there will be n power log 3 base 2 times t of 1. Correct? You can also see this from this one. There are 3 power 0 nodes, there are 3 power 1 nodes, then 3 square, which means at this level we will have 3 power log n base 2 nodes, or this many leaves. And what is this? This one is, you can rearrange this. This is precisely n power log 3 base 2. Correct? So, which is why I have written there are n power log 3 base 2 t of 1 subproblems. Now we just have to sum this to get the desired answer. So when we sum this, what do we get? We get 3 by 2 to the power 0 times n plus 3 by 2 to the power 1 times n, so on up to 3 by 2 log n base 2 minus 1 times n plus n power log 3 base 2 times t of 1. Now you can take n out. On simplification, you get 3 by 2 to the power log n base 2 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 divided by 3 by 2 minus 1 plus this one t of 1 is 1, so which means 1 into log 3 base 2, that is precisely theta of n to the power log 3 base 2. As you can see that this one is a constant, 3 by 2 minus 1, so 0.5, so this becomes a constant. So what I do, this one you can see it this way, say n times d, d is a constant, and this one you can rewrite this n to the power log 3 by 2 minus 1 plus theta of n power log 3 base 2. Fine. So d is a constant. In this case it is 0.5, which means it becomes 2. And in general you will see some constant in the denominator, and 1 by that, let me represent it as d. So now this can be simplified, right? This is nd of n power log 3 base 2 divided by n power log 2 base 2 minus 1 plus theta of n to the power log 3 base 2. Fine. So what is this value? This value is nd times n to the power log 3 base 2 divided by n minus 1 plus theta of n to the power log 3 base 2. Now you can see that when you multiply this inside, this n and this n will get cancelled. You will have constant times n to the power log 3 base 2 minus nd. Correct? And let me write it here. So that would be nd times n to the power log 3 base 2 divided by n minus nd. Correct? Now n will get cancelled, and n power log 3 base 2 is something like 1.4, 1.5 and so on, and that is whose asymptotic growth is faster than n. So which means this value is theta of n to the power log 3 base 2. And it's something like n square minus n is theta of n square. So n to the power log 3 base 2 minus n is, in asymptotic sense, the order of growth of this is much faster. So theta of n to the power log 3 base 2. So this one is theta of n to the power log 3 base 2 plus this. So which means overall the time complexity of the underlying algorithm is theta of n to the power log 3 base 2. Fine. So you just plug in what is the cost at each node and then come up with the expression. Simplify. On simplification we get to see that solution to the recurrence, so t of n is theta of n to the power log 3 base 2. Fine. So there are a couple of interesting observations that one can make out of this. We shall experiment with one more case study, then we make our inferences one after another.